Hi, I'm Ed Feingold, editor of BillingViews, and I want to talk a little bit about combating bundle busting with multi-device subscriptions. What we heard in the news today was that Verizon Wireless came out with a shared services plan so that up to 10 devices can share the same bunch of services, data in particular. And what this is a response to, I think, is this idea of combating bundle busting. So what's bundle busting? Well, that's what we have displayed here. We've talked for a long time in the industry about the bundle being a way to capture all of the household services and really own a customer relationship. And we're seeing that model breaking down just in this kind of an example. So here's Jenny. Jenny's going for a recurring role on our whiteboard, and this is her family, her son, her daughter, her husband, who's a little stressed out. He's working too hard. And they've got 10 subscriptions among them. So they've got 4 smartphones. They've got 3 tablets. Each one of those has an individual subscription. They've got a Roku box, and actually that Roku box that they bought, their connected TV box, has a number of subscriptions possibly tied into it, like a Netflix subscription and a Hulu Plus subscription. But we're going to count that as 1 for now. They have a mobile Wi-Fi hotspot, 4G hotspot from Clear, and a cable internet service from Comcast for their house. And to that, they have connected a couple of PCs and their Roku box. And so what happens is that they have 5 providers. They could get all these services from one provider in a bundle, or most of them anyway, but instead they have their smartphones with Verizon, got a great deal on a promotion from AT&T, decided to bounce over there for their tablets. AT&T's given them connectivity there. They cut their cord on their pay TV and went with the Roku box, which is now riding on the back of their cable internet connection. And then they have this Clear 4G wireless device, got a great promotion on that as well. So here they are. They've busted the bundle. They've got all these different providers. And what Verizon recognizes is they want to be able to pull that all back together. And probably the way to do that is to get away from this idea that subscriptions are tied to individual devices, or going back and in the telephony world that subscriptions, and still in the cable world, that subscriptions are tied to a street address and a house as opposed to the individuals within a family, the individuals in that home, or just an individual subscriber. There's another issue here too, is that device turnover is maybe 6 months now. So every time someone wants to upgrade one of these devices, what happens? They have an opportunity to churn. They may get a promotion, right? A better promotion. And as new devices come in and out of their lives, why should that be a point at which the subscription relationship and thus the customer relationship can be terminated or changed? It should be that the subscription relationship is with the individual, and fluidly the devices can come in and out of their lives. Now, one of the things that I've seen commented on in regards to this is from Ann Hatchell from Amdocs, who wrote a blog about this. And 2 things that she said that jumped out at me. One is that shared plans are high on service providers' list of planned services, and that there's going to be a lot of different flavors of these things. So that's a good sign. Service providers, based on Amdocs' global research, are starting to recognize that they need to move in this direction and be more in touch with the individual in the way that they provide services. That's good for the industry. The other part she was saying was that these services will be more targeted and personalized to individual users. So now we can start having plans maybe that are a little more flexible, more shaped to the way that people actually use their devices, let them have more fluidity in how they use their devices, and still maintain that subscriber relationship. And then what she added was that we'll probably see some tools added into that too. More visibility into usage, what individual users are doing, more parental controls tied into that, spending controls, those kinds of things. So what's interesting about that is we've talked about those kinds of functions in the OSS/BSS space for a long time. And now what we're seeing with Verizon, and sounds like we'll see from other providers, is a structure, a plan structure, or subscription structure under which more of those kinds of features can become more valuable to the end user and more valuable to the operator, and then the relationship that they have amongst each other.